hello there, everyone. Bobby D here with Inspire Hearts and Virtual Event Fundraising, and I am really, really excited to have a good friend of mine and also a partner in fundraising. I have Beth Bobek with Events by Beth. Beth, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
All right, so Beth, so tell me about the new normal. Where are you? What's this new world look like? How are you, working with your live event clients? Kind of fill us in. Where are you at?
So physically, I'm in Connecticut. I'm a little bit north of Fairfield, Connecticut. Most of my clients are in the tri-state area, so Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. My new normal. I think there's two sides of that, right? There's the personal new normal, and there's the professional new normal, and how it's all kind of collided into one. So,
Right.
Working here at Command Central, which is AKA my kitchen table.
For sure.
Got two kids at home. My
I saw the
husband,
little princess. She popped in a little earlier.
yes, Belle is in the family room right now. And my husband is going to work every day still because he's considered essential.
Wow.
So new normal consists of working full-time from home with a 5-year-old and a 1-year-old who's taking a nap upstairs right now.
Nice.
Lots of Zoom calls that get crashed by cute little ones.
That's okay.
And, kind of navigating this new world of event planning and virtually. So, working with all of our clients that were supposed to have events this spring season. We had 6 events scheduled for the spring season. 3 of them are postponed, 1 to July and 1 to September, 1 to October.
Okay.
And 3 of them that outright canceled for, reasons that they felt that it was necessary. They canvassed their sponsors and their constituents, and it just wasn't the right time to be asking for money.
Right.
So, we're working with those that are postponing and those that are trying to go virtual.
Mm-hmm.
And trying to figure out how to best do that. So what we've been trying to do is kind of, not forge, but kind of marry our partners. So we do a lot of culinary events at Events by Beth. So we work with a lot of chefs and restaurants that, they're hurting themselves right now.
Yeah.
We do a lot of restaurant tasting events that raise money for nonprofits. And so we're trying to figure out the best way that we can still work with our nonprofit organizations and our chefs and restaurants and beverage partners to highlight them both.
Right.
To really try to drive people not only to the nonprofit website and still make a donation if they can, but also to highlight the chefs and the restaurants and beverage partners that were, planning on participating in those upcoming events and driving traffic to them, because, there's still a lot of them are still doing takeout and delivery, and they're just trying to stay afloat themselves. So, they need the traffic as well. So that's what we're really trying to focus on that right now, and also just highlight a lot of our partners. So, a lot of the other small businesses that are trying to navigate their new normal right now. So, the rental companies, the photographers, the florists, and partnering with them and really trying to shine a light on them during this difficult time as well.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm seeing, the organizations that are making the best collaborations and making the best of the situation and making those connections are the ones that are most successful. Like, I love the idea of the nonprofit and then the restaurant partner, the chef, whomever that is. And yeah, we were going to do a in-person tasting event, but then how do you break that third wall, and how do you, still create like a virtual experience, whether it's a live stream or even just, a social conversation, and then highlighting that restaurant partner, and maybe there's there's some type of, whether it's a discount or a donation or something like that, that happens in honor of the nonprofit, but then also can drive those dollars, to that restaurant partner. And then that's where everybody, that's where everybody wins. And I think, creating those collaboration ideas is what can be really, really successful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're trying to accomplish.
Nice. Now I know you're doing some work with, maybe evolving your own profession as a, professional, live event planner. Now helping nonprofits a bit deeper than that. Helping them with, some social platforms, some kind of conversations that are there. What are some kind of ideas or things that you're doing with your clients to keep that spotlight upon them as we're moving forward in the new normal here?
Yeah, so we're trying to navigate kind of this new world, and it's really not a new world. It's just navigating it in a new way. Whereas, we might have been using Instagram and Facebook and all those platforms on a personal level, but now kind of exploring on, everybody's at home, everybody's sitting on their phones at night, scrolling through Instagram, and how can we use story? Yeah, exactly. How can we use stories and Instagram Live and Facebook Live and, create some content that might be fun for somebody to watch, entertaining for somebody to watch, kill a few minutes. I mean, everybody's doing it.
Yep.
So, I was finding myself doing it in the beginning of all of this and kind of scrolling through and looking through. And then I was realizing, we could be utilizing this platform for, helping our clients make money, helping our chef partners, drive some traffic to their restaurants and to their sites. So, we're definitely utilizing social media for sure. And we're looking into kind of the whole new world for us, at least, the new world of podcasts and things like that, and kind of how we can, broadcast to the world using different platforms. So it's been a learning experience for us for sure. And, but it's utilizing these platforms that really, they already exist. It's just, figuring out the best way of how we can create really fun content and interesting content that can, that people will stop scrolling for a minute and they'll click.
Right.
So that's what we're working on with our clients right now.
Okay. And so I've been having tons of conversation with nonprofits that are really scared about this. And they're kind of like, I don't know how to use these social platforms, or what do we put out there, or how do we even, do these virtual events or whatnot? What is some, some words of advice or words of confidence to inspire these nonprofits to think bigger and to not be so scared about trying something new?
Yeah. Well, I would say, there's different levels of this, right? Because you can use free platforms like social media that, most likely they're already using to some degree. It's just taking that next step and kind of exploring a little bit further and maybe putting yourself out there, maybe having to put, somebody's face out there.
Right.
But that's not scary. If you were going to have an event, somebody would be up on a stage, right? So who's that person going to be? So, somebody would be up on a stage and talking about your mission and talking about, the organization. So how can we kind of repurpose that, repurpose what was the program, and how can we bring it live to people, on their phones or on their computers? And then there's a whole nother level where, maybe it's a much larger organization that we're working with, and they're looking into doing a virtual event, and they can utilize, the thing that I like so much is that, you can utilize your partners that you were hopefully already planning on utilizing, like your AV companies who are now, they're switching their gears, and they're able to put together really awesome productions. It's, a lot of these companies that are either in-house with venues or are standalone AV companies are, they can produce amazing quality footage, TV quality footage, and get it out there. So that's one of the things that I love, and I'm, listen, it would be great to get back to live events
Sure.
because, everybody just wants to be back together again and,
Yep.
misses that social connection. But while we can't, I think that's, using free platforms or using a platform of a vendor that you might have already been using. I just love the idea of that.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what that's what I'm inviting nonprofits to think bigger. I'm inviting them to think outside of the box, think outside of
Yeah.
the ballroom of what
Yeah.
traditionally was an event. And when you think back, even like 10, 15 years ago of what events were, and then to where now they really had evolved to, it's creating true experiences. So then how can we, take that evolution to the next step? Like, how can we
Yeah.
reimagine what that traditional gala was, or that tasting was, or whatnot, and really apply some
Yeah.
creativity with that. So that's what I'm really excited about. And that's why I love working with you on events, is the creativity that comes in with all of it. So yeah, no,
Yeah.
great stuff.
Like I look back to the days of, auctions where, it was all paper, right?
Right, right.
Silent auctions, it was all paper. And I remember, gosh, I can't even remember what year it was, but the year that I finally convinced a committee to go with an online, with an electronic bidding
Yeah,
company.
yeah.
And yeah, we experienced some glitches, and we had to overcome some hurdles because it was new, right? It
Right.
was new, and there were going to be hiccups, there were going to be bumps in the road. But in the end, the results that we saw were by far, it blew everybody away, blew everybody out of the water. And
Right.
look now, I mean, unless you're somewhere where you physically cannot do an electronic auction,
Right.
that's what everybody does. So,
Yep.
I think we're in these like new waters, right? This is all new territory, but I
Yep.
think, if we iron out the kinks, we figure out the best way to do it, then I think we'll get there, and maybe we'll all be blown away again.
And I know some events that are doing these virtual style, and it keeps getting better and better and better, and
Yeah.
that's just here in a few weeks. I can only imagine what it's going to be like in a few months, with
Yeah.
the nation's creativity coming together and applying the right the right technologies and the right tools, and then using all of the current best practices within fundraising and event planning to,
Yeah.
to, to truly make an amazing experience, no matter where it's going to be.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree.
Nice, nice. Well, Beth, I will let you get back to your day, and working, and also maybe playing a little bit and having some fun with the princess.
Oh yeah.
And I just want to say thanks again for being a part of this.
Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate what you're doing.
Well, I appreciate the collaboration that's here, and that's what we're all doing here. Is we're all collaborating together for the betterment of the world. So, nonprofits that are watching, I want to say thank you to all for spending a few moments with us today. And what you do matters. It makes an impact in the world, and I do really, really want to say thank you to everyone, and continue to go out and be awesome, and keep changing the world for the better. So again, my name is Bobby D with Inspire Hearts, Virtual Event Fundraising Connections. Thank you again for watching, and go out and have an awesome day. All right. Happy fundraising, everyone.
Bye-bye.